Okay, our first question is one such a question. It was sent to us by Tapelo Mgluli. Tapelo, thank you for this question. It is worth 3 marks, but there's a nice trick to it. You can either take yourself into a labyrinth, and you won't get out of that easily, or you can just see it for what it is. Let's have a look. The question is asking us, it's for 3 marks, which is very, very interesting that they give us 3 marks to do this work. But let's see. It says sigma, which we all know means take the sum of all the terms that start for this sequence, that's starting at y equal to 3 and ending at 10, and here also starting at 3, ending at 10 for this sequence. Now, if you look carefully, this is y minus 2, and that is y minus 1. If I write it in this way, then I'm going to approach the same question in a different way. This one takes a little bit of time for us to do, but if we leave it separate, Tapelo, and look at it for what it is. So in other words, what do I mean? How do I look at this for what it is? Well, I work out the first 3 terms, and then you might see a pattern happening somewhere. What I do like is this minus sign over there that's separating these 2 sigmas. So let's say y is equal to 3. If y is equal to 3 in this first section, we get 3 minus 1, 3 minus 2, which is 1, so the result there is 1. If y equals 3 here, our result is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, so we have 1 over 2, and there's a minus in front. In front of this, there's a plus. So let's see again. 1 over 3 minus 2 is 1 over 1, or just 1. And here 1 over 3 minus 1 is 1 over 2. If I now go and I make y equal to 4 in the first one, 1 over 4 minus 2 is 1 over 2. Now, notice that this is positive, Tapelo. That one is negative. So if you're going to combine these 2, is what they say you must do, those 2 are going to cancel each other out. Okay, let's see what happens here. If y is 4 in the second term, 4 minus 1 is minus 1 over 3. Okay, let's do one more to see what happens. If y is 5, we get 1. 5 minus 2 is 1 over 3. And again, we see, look at this, we see that this third and the minus third says goodbye. The half and the minus a half will say goodbye. Now that's very, very interesting, folks. So the 1 is still here. So we know this is going to be 1 minus something. Now let's go and see what that something is. I can now jump all the way to y equals, let's do 9 first so that Tapelo believes me. 9 minus 2 gives us 1 over 7, and we expect that something here, look at this, the 5 and the previous 4 cancelled. So this will cancel with here where y was 8 in this sequence. And this is 8, 8 minus 1 is 7, and we're subtracting. So if y is equal to 9 on this side, I get 1 over 8. And what am I doing? I'm subtracting it. So here, the last term in the first sequence is 10 minus 2, which is 8. So I have 1 over 8 over here. So the pattern, what's happening here is this takes care of that. This takes care of the previous term. So all I need is this y10 over here. Now if I make a 10 in here, I get 1 over 10 minus 1, which is 1 over 9. So this result here is 1 minus 1 over 9, and I'm sure we can all see that that's 9 minus 1, which is 8 over 9. Now, Tapelo, let's just say you saw that those 2 sigmas were the same and you multiplied them together, or you subtracted the 2. If you subtract those 2 from one another, that's a minus there. Okay, so that's what you did. You put the sigma on the outside, you subtracted them, then you get something that looks like this. The sum when y goes from 3 to 10, we get y minus 1 here, minus y, then don't forget plus 2 because of the double negative, over y minus 2, y plus 1. Okay, what happens to that? You can see that simplifies completely to y equals 3. Y starts at 3, goes up to 10. 1 divided by y minus 2 times y minus 1. Now, the same thing is going to happen here now. You're going to have 1 times a half, or 1 times 2 at the denominator. So you're going to get a whole lot of 1 over 1 times 2, and then you must add it to 1 over 2 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 4, and you go with this right up to the last term, which is 1 over 8 times 9. Now you can see you're adding a lot of fractions with different denominators. So I will not suggest you do that. Tapelo, I will suggest you work with it in the way that it was given. Don't mix it up. This question was most probably asked like the green side is indicating, and then it was moderated to become something where you can actually see it from the word go. A good, nice question for 3 marks. Thanks for that, Tapelo.